Hello, everyone, and we are back here. There you are. Another episode of Cullen on Film. So we're back in Rollins. I've been doing a lot of other things there. Look at that. Can't talk shooting.
Can't
Is that what you're doing right now?
Nah, I'm kidding. It's a joke.
Nice. Well, we're here right now with Andew Schwarz. It's been a long time, man. You know, we go way back. I mean, if you remember, I don't even remember when the first time, one of these festivals, right? A long time ago.
Yeah. Sometime before, before the Earth was created, I think.
Well, we go even before. You got a couple of posters there of your films, the last few, and then even ones before. What was going back? What was the first one?
This is my first film. It's called Vertigo.
Yeah, right.
My friend Saul Bass designed the artwork. No, the few of my films are over here. I got
there you go. Yeah.
One's called Separation, starring Shea Saraceno, Mark Lyons, and this one's called The Cabinet in the Woods.
Yeah.
That's with Ignacio Matinia and Lauren Doherty. And this newest one that just got into Hang On to Your Shorts 2020 is called Beauty, starring Jennifer Giles and Katharina Schmidt, Ron Maestri, and Mark Lyons.
Yeah, so we're excited that we'll be playing coming up in September 12th sometime. We'll get all the info out really soon. It's almost ready to go. We're just putting it all together. So, but what about so this has been playing in Fest, and then all of a sudden all this happened. So did it stop for a while, or was it playing online at some festivals, or are you just waiting and then maybe like resubmitting to places after we get back to normal, if we ever do?
Well, I'm glad you asked that, because actually, no, this has not played at a festival yet. Your festival will be the world premiere of Beauty.
Wow.
Very exciting. So, I had submitted to a bunch of places, and its first acceptance was Hang On to Your Shorts, which we're so grateful for. And we do have a couple other festivals lined up that I had submitted to a while ago after Hang On to Your Shorts. But I'm taking a break from submitting now, just until we kind of know what's going to happen with the world.
Because it's a lot better going to these things, as they tell people, than just having online. Now, I understand the online ones now, and we had to do it. We tried to push it off, but so I get it. But
of course, and you tried.
Yeah.
And all you can do is try. And you and other festival directors I know worked so hard to try and get these things live, and there's only so much you can do, but the fact that you're still having the events is great. I mean, I think it's great.
It's going to be a little different, and we have like, we're like, oh, we're going to do this and this and this, and all of a sudden it's crunch time. It's like, oh no, we got to rush this now. It's like crazy. So there's a lot going on right now, even with everything else going on. There's a lot going on in this world, and people are starting up again. What about you starting up again? Have you been writing anything during this, or kind of pre-production for anything, and just in the waiting for making something new, or what's been going on?
Yeah, well, one thing that us filmmakers have been trying to do, I'm sure you've done maybe something like this too, is my friends and I have been sending each other scripts and having reads and things on Zoom, Skype, and all the virtual stuff. So one thing I always love to say is that writing is free. And you don't need a crew to do it. You just write and write and write. That's what we've been doing for months. And I've been meeting weekly with friends, writing different possible scripts for projects in the future, whether we were going to make them or not. Just write, get ideas out, keep the creative juices flowing, keep the muscles, flexing. Because if you can't do anything physically, then you can prepare, for things that might happen. So there's a couple possible scripts that I might make whenever I can run a set again. And we've also been doing virtual table reads. Getting actor friends together and from all over the country, and other filmmaking friends to sit in on the sessions and to give their input, creative input and stuff, and the criticisms, and that's been really fun. I've enjoyed that. We're going to keep doing that, hopefully.
I've noticed that a lot. A lot of casting directors have been doing, like, really concentrating on casting people online and things like that for future projects.
Yeah.
So it's
a good thing in that way.
Yeah. At least we're still going in some way and somehow, So
there's always a way.
So if we go way back, what got you into making films and Separation being that first one up there? Like, how did that come about?
Yeah, well, Separation was my senior thesis film at Hofstra University.
Mm-hmm.
I was the class of 2014, so I made that film in 2014, and that got into Hang On to Your Shorts. I think it was 2015.
Probably, yeah. That would be our second year, but our first Hang On to Your Shorts year. That's
right. I remember that. So, yeah, that's how that came about. I had just been studying film for 4 years, 3.5 years, and then I knew I wanted to make a senior thesis film. It was optional, very costly. We do have an equipment room there, but most of we shot it on real film, started on 16. Mm. And so, all those lab costs and everything, I mean, it was thousands and thousands of dollars. So it's a big decision. And a senior film wasn't mandatory, but I wanted to do it because what else was I there for?
Yeah.
And I'd been saving up and working my ass off with jobs and stuff during school. So, yeah, and then that happened, and the cast was just amazing. How
did you cast for it? How did you cast for it? Was it how'd that come about?
Yeah, so we did a proper casting call and on different websites, and we did some auditions in the city.
Okay.
In Shetler Studios, which has since closed because of COVID.
I heard about that.
Very sad.
Sad, yeah.
Yeah. So we cast. We had an audition there, and I don't even think we needed any callbacks because we just got some amazing talent that New York had to offer, and one of which was the introductory role for a girl, 8 or 9 years old at the time, called Shay Saraceno, and she's 15 or 16 now, which is nuts.
Yeah.
And she's still rocking it. She's a great actor and singer and performer and lacrosse player, all around amazing person. And she actually won an acting award for this film at Hang On to Your Shorts.
That's right.
Which was one of the greatest memories I have, and certainly, her, she'll never forget it.
A lot of talented kids that come across these films,
Yeah, they're just itching to be discovered and to be known and to do their thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and the rest of the cast was just all cast in that one day, a long day.
Wow.
Of an audition. Mark Lyons, Suzanne Ritz, Nick Adamson, Petra Dennison, and Marlena Holman, and just great people, great work ethics. It was honestly just a gift of an experience for a first film.
And it went around to a lot of festivals. I mean, it played in a lot. I saw you at all the festivals that I went to.
That's right. That's the reason that we were able to hang out so much.
Yeah.
Is because of one movie. I mean, you never know how far a movie can go. But yeah, it was a great run, and that's what inspired me to just continue doing this.
And then, how the heck did you come up with The Cabinet in the Woods?
Well, that's funny you asked that because it did win Best Concept at Hang On to Your Shorts 20 whatever. That's 2017 or whatever.
It's a crazy concept. I mean,
yeah, Bob Klein, who you know and love, the one and only Bob Klein, who I made the film with.
I was in Atlantic City with him not too long ago. Not too long ago. And
nice.
I'm not a big gambler. Is he? I don't know. But
he could be your guru.
I would play the tables, right? Like I like the tables, all that, and I play a little bit, not much. So he's playing the slots. I'm like, don't play the slots. You'll never win the slots. I sat down with him while he played the slots. He won over $3,000 while I sat with him. I couldn't. He just kept going. Like I was floored. I've never seen anything like that in my life.
It's so funny because the people that happens to, he's one of those people that'll sit down in a slot and be like, I've heard him say this in AC when I was down there with him. I heard him say, hey, yeah, I'll meet you for drinks after, in an hour. I'm just going to waste some money on some slots. Just completely not caring. What are you going to play, Bob? I'm going to play the Britney Spears slot machine. Why? Because it has Britney Spears on it.
He was looking for that. He was searching for it.
See, I know. I'm not making this shit up. So he's just one of those people that just likes to have fun, and he doesn't take it so seriously. Where it's like, I'm doing this because I want to win $3,000. And then $3,000 falls into his hands.
I've never seen anything like it. I was laughing the whole time. It just kept.
I did not know about that.
No, it was so funny.
But anyway, Bob Klein, who's a hell of a guy, he and I went to high school together. We went to different film schools for 4 years. Then came back to our hometowns and said, "Hey, we went to film schools. Let's make a movie together."
Yeah.
So for weeks, we just kind of pondered about, log lines. What could a movie be about? And we were just so desperate at some point that we were sitting in my basement, my parents' house at the time in Oakland, New Jersey, and we were staring at my TV cabinet down there. And somehow Bob came up. I think it was Bob that came up with the title, "The Cabinet in the Woods," and we just kind of laughed it off as a joke. And then I said, "Oh wait, how can we actually make the cabinet in the woods?" And it just started out as basically a joke, a hiccup, and then I started taking it more seriously. Then he came on board, and we wrote a script, and it worked.
That's great. And then then you had another great cast to this to this film as well, Cabinet in the Woods.
Yeah. Ignacio Matinia won an award at Brightside, one of your other festivals, really fun festival, and in Jersey City. Yeah. And that was great because I think that might have been his first award for this film, and he was just elated. And Ignacio Matinia, who's been doing well, he's in LA, or has been in LA. He's back and forth from there in New York, and he's been in a Lifetime movie recently. He got the lead role, so he's got a career ahead of him. He's just a great guy, talented, good work ethic, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah.
And Lauren Doherty is very talented as well. She's also a fantastic makeup artist.
Did she do her own makeup?
For The Cabinet in the Woods, no. There were some moments where she did her own foundation, I believe. But the makeup and special effects, which were very heavy in The Cabinet in the Woods, were the genius of Hinano Lung and Cutie Lin, a duo that did makeup and special effects for together for that. Yeah, life casting, the whole 9 yards. Really, really intense stuff for that one. And Karen Sweeney plays the villain of the film, and she's just she's so fun and had all these crazy ideas for this creepy ass character that she had to play. Came to the table with all the ideas, and she also rocked Atlantic City. She came to the some film festival with us in Atlantic City, and she loved it. So they're very familial things. These films.
Do you still have that cabinet?
I just sold it. I tortured my parents by keeping it in their basement for like 4 years or whatever it's been.
I know you wanted to bring it to the festivals.
Just sold it. But actually, hold on a second. There's still a little piece of it.
Oh. Yeah, I had to keep a piece, of course, right? Is this like the miniature? Is this the miniature?
So this guy is the mini cabinet.
Did you bring that to festivals? I believe you did.
I did. It was kind of like my my flat Stanley or whatever those things are. Like garden gnome that's traveling the world or whatever. Yeah. It's a it's real wood. It's made it's hand carved wood for a dollhouse. And I found this on eBay.
Wow!
And it's a spitting image. If you've seen the film,
like it, yeah,
it's a spitting image of the cabinet in the film. So we brought this to every festival that it went to, all over the country, and we took pictures with it everywhere.
I think it's in a photo at Hang On to Your Shorts. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah. We took photos at every festival with this baby. So very, very proud of that.
That's great. So then after going around with those two films and the festivals, and then you decided to go complete drama with Beauty.
Yeah. So, I like changing it up because the first one is kind of like a family fantasy kind of thing. Then this one's just like a thriller mystery, puzzle.
Yeah.
And then Beauty, is more of like a drama / thriller sort of thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of genre bending. It's a very unique idea. I don't like making movies unless the idea is extremely unique. That's just kind of, I guess, my trademark. And it's tough to talk too much about it without giving some stuff away. But it's an intense drama. Is probably the best way I could describe it.
Well, people can watch it online. It's going to be for free on September 12th, so we'll have it being streamed.
Absolutely. Figure it out then. Yeah. Decide for yourself.
So how did you go about? Now you shot this by a lake. Where was that lake located? was like a beautiful lake, right?
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it was beautiful. It's in the Poconos. We did a big location move to Pocono Lake, Pennsylvania was the town, and the actual lake itself within Pocono Lake was Arrowhead Lake.
Okay.
Yeah, beautiful lakefront community of houses, but very spread out and very
Did you guys
rural.
rent out a house there or something for?
We did. We found it on VRBO, Vacation Rental by Owner. It's like a Airbnb alternative.
Okay. Yeah.
And yeah, it took a long time to find the perfect picturesque lake house. And if there's any reason to see the movie alone, it's just for this beautiful imagery of this amazing lake house and this very, very wide long shots of nature, which I find you rarely see anymore, especially in short films.
What about the cinematography for that? What did you use for the camera work on that one? Do you use the same camera throughout, or your films, or is it a different
one? So the 3 films, I did shoot this one. I shot Beauty. The first one was shot by a cinematographer, Mike Rendazzo, who we shot that on Kodak Vision 3 16 millimeter film, color negative film. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was great with an RESR2 camera. And then Cabinet, we shot, Bob Klein shot that, and that was on his Panasonic GH4 at the time in 4K digital video.
Yeah.
And then the newest one, Beauty, we shot, I shot that one with a Blackmagic Cinema camera, 2.5K.
Okay.
And, we shot it in RAW, 2.5, Cinema DNG. And, yeah, colored it in DaVinci, all that good stuff. True RAW workflow.
I do like the Blackmagic cameras. Those are nice.
Yeah, it's amazing what they can do when you know how to use them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And lenses and everything and the colors. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, 12-bit color is just phenomenal. A lot of cameras still don't even have that.
No, not at all. But, so are you going to start something new pretty soon, or are you waiting till, I don't know, a few more months? Or I know we got some projects I've been working on that probably not going to start till next year. But, we're doing a lot of productions, so.
Good. That makes me happy to hear. I do know that people are. I did shoot. I'm a musical director for a church in Oakland, and we got together and made a little movie called Pentecostal Activity. It's a little spoof of Paranormal Activity, and that actually goes live on YouTube on Sunday at 7 p.m.
Oh wow!
So yeah, shot that on the cinema camera. So that was a fun little exercise. And then I'm writing. I have a couple feature ideas. Working hard on those, see which one is going to win out and hopefully be the debut feature. And then, I do want to do another short film as soon as possible. A real short film with getting all the crew back together and everything. And who knows when that can happen, because I do want to do it safely. I really care about everyone's safety. So I'm just waiting on that. But it's a matter of time, like you. And we're in the pre-pro phase as well. And we're just deciding which script really to go with.
Oh, okay.
So for short film, yeah,
absolutely. And then would you decide at one point and then do the casting maybe online, or are you just going to wait it out?
Yeah, that's tough. I would probably do the casting online. I'd probably take as many tapes as I could, and then I was thinking of doing a callback live somehow, because that way you don't have to deal with a massive number of people and people rubbing up against each other and waiting in the hall for the to be called in and so on. So I was thinking of doing it that way and having a real live audition, which I love. I love being in the room with the actors and directing and all that. But just having the first wave of the first round just being all tapes, and then all the tapes that really shine and stick out to us, we call them in for a live callback.
Oh, that sounds pretty cool. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anything else going on with you right now that you want to talk about?
Oh, well.
How's the music going? How is all that going? And aren't you doing something? Well. Aren't you doing some kind of show? Is it online?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I do
the Elton John thing.
Yeah, I do an Elton John show called Elton Johnish, a solo experience, and it's been ceased basically completely for live shows, at least since
Live
COVID.
shows.
Yeah, I did book one for last night, but it got rained out.
Oh.
So it's just been very difficult, and I've been doing a couple of virtual shows. Again, another way to try and raise some funds for the movies.
Yeah.
Working for a church, teaching piano lessons. I also tune pianos, and then this show. So I really, I guess I work my ass off to pay for these movies, which are really the kind of the end goal.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's not easy raising money for these films. But,
yeah. Yeah. Money is the biggest challenge, probably. Yeah.
So, what was your first experience at a film festival with your first film? How did that go about?
Oh, that was fun. That was Hoboken Film Festival, Hoboken International Film Festival. Yeah.
Probably where I met you there, because I was most likely there.
It might be. Yeah, that was 2015. And Separation got into there, and
it was up in Middletown, New York, then, right?
That one was in Middletown, yeah. And then The Cabinet in the Woods got in there again in 2017 when it was in Greenwood Lake, and actually took best short film, if you remember. You were there. We were sitting next to each other.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
that was insane. So the first festival experience at Hoboken, I remember looking up at those nominees that were listed up there for best short film, and I said, one day I'm going to be one of those nominees. I'm going to work my ass off so that I can get up there. And then we actually won the award, which was just absolute. We were flabbergasted. Somehow we won that award. So it was literally beyond a dream come true, because my dream was just to be a nominee for that.
Yeah.
So the first festival, the first festival really was very special, because it gave me a goal to set, and then I completed that goal. And then, there's that feeling of, okay, what's next? Got to get better. Got to do better things. Got to get bigger.
Yeah.
So that was a great experience that connected with a later one.
And then going to all these festivals and you're meeting all these people as you go along. Did that help you with maybe some people that you worked with or casted?
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. I mean, I love the festivals, not just because I get to see all of my friends like you. You're there, Larry's there, everyone's always there. It's just so great to see everyone. But yeah, also because you just never know who you're going to meet. And I don't mean necessarily, famous people, although there are famous people that come to your festivals and other festivals, and that's always fun. But also just people that are, right there with you at your level, no matter what your level is. You're going to meet people, especially at big festivals where there's tons of people like hang on to your shorts. You're going to meet someone or people that are kind of, like-minded, creative in the same way you are. And you swap sometimes it's easy as swapping a business card. And then you get a call one day from someone that needs your help. That's happened. I got to shoot a feature film just because of swapping cards with someone at Hoboken 2015.
Wow.
And that's just, the tip of the iceberg. So, just being there physically, which we can appreciate now more than ever, right? With people, celebrating the medium, celebrating the film, saying hi to your friends, meeting new friends. I mean, these kinds of things, you can't buy these kinds of things. They're invaluable. Yeah, they're invaluable, and that's the number one thing I've learned from these festivals, and why it's just so great that I've met people like you and Larry Rosen and everyone that comes to these things all the time.
And one of my favorite things is like when we first started, if someone came we met them for the first time, we thought they were really talented. And that was back in like 2014-ish. And now it's 2020, like, 6-7 years later. And then, and someone makes it really big. It's like, it makes you feel like, oh, wow. I knew you when, and, we did this together and this, and I feel so good about it.
Exactly. It's exciting and it's inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because it makes you think to yourself, all right, what am I doing? I want to get there too. I want to work with everyone the way that they did. I met them before they got big. They were so good at what they did. They were so nice. Yeah. They knew their stuff. It's just inspiring to be around people that are like that. And the best way to meet people like that is these festivals.
You worked with Jennifer Giles was in your last film there, Beauty.
Yes, I love Jen Giles.
Did she audition, or was she one that you were like, I got to work with you kind of thing?
She's one of the only people. There's another actor, Mark Lyons, who was in 2 of these films.
Mm-hmm.
He's a good actor and a really great friend. But I usually don't ever just ask people to play a role.
Yeah.
I usually don't. It's just not my style.
Mm-hmm.
I have nothing against it in general, but I really like her. I met her the same day I met you at the Hoboken Film Festival 2015, and she had her amazing TV pilot Mother of the Week out then. That was her first festival too. And we saw each other at all these festivals after that, and I just really enjoyed her company. I invited her to do a table read of a feature that I wrote a couple years ago, and she killed it. And she's just one of those people that's great to work with, always has a smile on her face, even if she's doing a difficult scene, which she certainly had to do in Beauty.
Yeah.
And just always a pro, always a good attitude, always wanting to be on your side and help you out however she can. Really good at what she does. I mean, what more could you want than that? So I did offer her, she's one of the only people I've ever done that for. I did offer her this role.
Cool.
Before anyone else.
Absolutely. That's great. So is there anything that you want to promote? Do you have any websites or where people could watch some of your old films if it's out there, or any things that you've done if you want to say that now, and then we can post it down below as well on our little comment section there as well. That's going on.
Sure. Yeah. I think Ming or someone was kind enough to, if I wasn't hallucinating.
There's some down there.
If I'm not egomaniacal enough to hallucinate this. I saw AndewSchwartzFilms.com. Schwarz is SCH. Oh, thanks. There it is. I'm not going crazy.
Yeah, there it is.
SCHWARZ. AndewSchwartzFilms.com, and that is my main website where you can find my work. You can find news, links, awards, all that good info, and contact. So and you can find all the Facebook pages for the films and all the promotional material there, as well as links to my IMDb profile and so on. So that's where all the fun is.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so basically coming up real soon, we're going to have your film out there on September 12th playing, and I'm sure we'll get in touch with you for a little quick overview Q&A, and we're going to be posting those on there as well. We're going to try to get as many people who we can. Be like, oh, we're doing it on this day. If you want to, get on. We'll talk to you real quick, and we're going to put that together and probably run that maybe a couple days before the films play.
Awesome. Great idea.
For each section or something like that. We got to figure it all out exactly. I'm working on the student films right now, so we're going to see what happens there.
Can't wait to see them.
Yeah, and then of course, our award show that we always have. That you've been at award shows.
I love that award show.
We like to have fun, so we're gonna have fun. We're gonna try to have fun in the studio, talking to people like this throughout as we give the awards out. That's probably the. It's funny because we got the awards. We did a little different this year. We have no idea who won. We had so many people vote. So they made the trophies. We don't know who. So we'll be opening them up there on the spot and saying the names. It's
excellent.
That way. So
excellent.
We have no idea.
Yeah. As long as you don't say La La Land, you're going to be fine.
Yeah. I'm sure I'll mess up, but anyway, so we're gonna be doing that, and it'll be live and everything on here, and it'll be a lot of fun. So we'll see how that happens, and then we just got to figure out how do we get all these trophies to people.
Right. Yeah. Well, if the U.S. Postal Service is still operational, then that'd be a plus. Yes. But no, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate. I mean, just because I'm being given airtime right now, which is I never take that for granted.
Absolutely.
Just an opportunity to thank you and everyone at the Hang On to Your Shorts Festival for not just planning this festival, which is obviously challenging for so many different reasons that you're not even used to, but just from knowing you, I've talked to you, and there's so many challenges and difficult things that you need to do to plan these festivals, and not just this one, but the past ones that I've always had such a blast at. I always feel comfortable recommending Hang On to Your Shorts to everyone. It's always great. You've got a great staff. You're awesome. The place is awesome, Asbury. It's just I really appreciate it as a filmmaker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no problem, man. Thanks for coming on today, and it was awesome talking to you. We'll talk again soon.
Absolutely, I'm looking forward to it, CJ. Thank you.
All right, now I gotta move on to the next.
Beautiful, beautiful conveyor belt. I love it.
There he is, and he's driving.
I am pulling up and stopping. It was a weird lighting thing. Now I've got a sort of angelic backlight, which is perfect.